Hi Virgo, welcome to my channel. This is your girl Mermaid Scales Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me here. This is a general love tarot reading for the Sun, Moon, Rising Venus, and or any other strong placement for the sign of Virgo. And of course, hi cross watchers, you're very welcome here as well if you're interested in a Virgo. Who wouldn't be? Virgos, cross-watchers, please keep in mind that time is fluid, energy is fluid, roles can be reversed, and please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. So for this reading, I'm going to ask what is happening for you guys in your love life in the month of July. What can I uncover that you need to be aware of, know about? What is going on with your specific situation? What is to come? So with whatever happens, you'll be fully prepared, knowing that you're in good hands or that you need to keep an eye out. We'll go ahead and see by drawing the cards. So let's go ahead and get this started. I like to start my readings by doing a mini meditation to clear and set the energy, but if you just want to go right on into the card pull, I completely understand. Check out the pinned comment below with all the timestamps. For those of you here with me now, thank you so much for joining me. It really does help me connect to your energy by doing this. So I'm going to ask everyone to take a deep breath in. I'm going to ring this sound bowl that I have back here 3 times. And during that time, I just want you to open up your energy, to ask the questions you have in regards to your love life. If there is a certain someone, start thinking about them now and we'll see what Spirit has to say. So let's go ahead and take that deep breath in. And tune into the energy of Virgo. All right, Virgo, let's go ahead and see what Spirit has to say about your love life in July 2025. What is going to happen? What do you need to be aware of, know about? What is the energy surrounding you for July 2025? First card out we have is Camera. Interesting. Okay, so someone could be a photographer, I'm getting here, or someone likes to do photography as a hobby. I do see someone like snapping a candid of you, or you did that for this person, and it was a cute candid and they always kind of kept it, and maybe they look at it from time to time, or someone just, I don't know, likes to save it onto their screensaver. I don't know. But I definitely am getting this vibe of flashbacks almost. So I wonder if this is someone you've known, currently been connected to, or someone from your past. The letter C is sticking out to me, as in Caroline or Casey. First, middle, last initial can mean something to someone. It says reminiscing, making memories, learn from the past, and perception. So I wonder with this situation here, it's someone's been thinking a lot about the two of you and what you've experienced up until this point. And there may be some sort of thoughts about what to do from here. I do feel if this is someone from your past, they have a lot of memories that are flowing to them currently. I wonder if you guys met in the summertime, or I guess if you're in the Southern Hemisphere, winter time around this, which is making all these memories kind of flow to them. I'm also seeing a photo booth, so I wonder if you guys have like photo booth pictures with this person, or maybe even Polaroids with this person that someone may have recently found. And again, if you go way back with this person, it could even be like yearbook photos that someone's found of the younger version of you that they think is so adorable. Remembering when someone had braces. Anyway, tell me more about this energy for Virgo. Let's get a little bit more specific here. Ooh, goodness, this card wanted to come out. Let's see what it is. Saturn, truth. Okay, Saturn can be associated with Capricorn or Aquarius, so you could be dealing with a Capricorn or Aquarius, or you could have those signs strongly in your chart. Someone wants to say something that has been on their mind and in their heart for a very long time. I wonder, this is kind of feeling like a confession or something that they've always wanted to say that they were too afraid of saying before, but they're ready to say it now. And you know, this whole pattern here with this is giving me tie-dye. So I wonder if someone wears tie-dye quite a bit or has like a tie-dye shirt that they've always had that they like to throw on every now and then for pajamas. I don't know. But for a lot of you, yeah, I think there's some sort of truth coming to the surface that through reflection and through having the memories of you, they feel they need to say it now. Whoa, okay. Well, with the Hidden Truth Oracle, let's see. Will this kind of add to the truth that they want to tell you, Virgo? That they've been waiting to tell you? You don't know how hard it was to let you go. Okay, so this clearly is someone from your past, right? And I feel with these readings, again, it's not everyone's favorite readings, but I do feel with whatever timeline someone's in, especially if they're popping up very strongly now in someone's thoughts and someone's memories, Spirit may want to give the understanding of why this is coming through, if they're holding on to your energy, or if you guys have been thinking about this a lot, wondering if it's time to let it go, but they may think it's best right now to keep their distance from you. And despite the truth they want to say, maybe it's going to be the thing that makes them come out of the, dust to finally say to you, or maybe they just think you wouldn't even want to hear the truth should they be able to reach out and tell you what's been on their mind. I want to look at the bottom of the deck. You and I were too young. So interesting. I was bringing up that like youthful energy, like the past energy. This could be someone from years ago, honestly, that you've had such a profound effect on. They still think of you to this day. And wondering what the two of you could have had if they were a little bit more mature, if you guys were a little bit older. They may have felt like they made a lot of mistakes that they wouldn't do again this time around. I don't know, I'm hearing I'm sorry. And so maybe there's always an apology they wanted to give to you that's really coming up strongly now. Okay, let's go ahead and pull the tarot to get deeper into this. Tell me more about this energy for Virgo for July. Why is this showing up in July? Tell me more. Ooh, goodness, okay. Yeah, the Five of Pentacles. So Taurus energy specifically, you could be dealing with a Taurus or someone with strong Taurus in their chart. It does not have to be the case. Wow, so someone's definitely feeling they missed out big time on the opportunity of being someone that would have been their ride or die, that would have been the person that would have stuck it out with them, but they sabotaged this. This could have been someone that ghosted you. This could have been someone that left unexpectedly out of the blue. And if you even look at this imagery here, it's like someone's trying to approach this other person with the pentacles they have, and it's like this person's just already shying away from it or denying it. Honestly, Virgo, there's a feeling I'm getting here that they really thought that you deserved better, that from where they were at when you guys had this, they weren't at their best and they couldn't give you what they wanted. And so in their way, they thought that leaving this or letting this go or completely just walking away was the best thing to do. But I think it was their biggest mistake. As that's how they view it, at least. Tell me more about this energy for Virgo. We have two crossing here. I'm going to take it. Okay, the Eight of Cups and the Six of Pentacles. I mean, if this isn't kind of like putting the cherry on top of what I just said, I don't know what is. Pisces energy and more Taurus energy. So with the Eight of Cups, they really did think that at the time, leaving the way they did would be easier for both of you. It was kind of like ripping the Band-Aid off. And for whatever reason, they thought going no contact or just leaving, in the dark of night was the best way to handle this. Six of Pentacles, they knew that there wasn't an equilibrium here. They knew that they short-sighted you. They knew that they couldn't give you what you deserved. And maybe, you know, for all these Pentacles energy, especially with the Five of Pentacles and the card we saw, we were too young, like they may have felt like, this is just an example, right? But they may have felt like you guys were off maybe going to college, university, or taking some classes to expand yourself, expand your career, and they didn't have those same opportunities, or they didn't try to have those same opportunities. And they felt like there could have been a lack within themselves and an insecurity within themselves that couldn't be settled around you. I don't know. It's like a weird form of jealousy I'm feeling. Like they just think like they have so much more going on than me. They're going to leave me if I don't leave them. I can't give them what they want. And again, this is all the things that they had in their minds that they never told you. And maybe they didn't want to hear it from you to confirm it. But they haven't been able to find someone that they felt got along as well as the two of you. They haven't felt like they've met that person that affected them the way you have, even after all these years. And they still are haunted by you, Virgo, and haunted by the day they decided to walk away from this. Okay, what does Virgo see from this situation? What's crowning this reading for Virgo? The Hermit. Wow, some of you could possibly be dealing with another Virgo or someone with strong Virgo in their chart. This is where you're seeing that they still have kept their distance. I do feel maybe they followed you recently on social media, added you recently on social media, but haven't like, you know, DM'd you, commented on any pictures. And if you don't have social media, obviously that's not your message, but they're still keeping a distance. And I think, again, the way they pulled out of this, the way that they left you, it's left you with figuring out the answers for yourself and going within to remember the times you've had and to pick up on the cues that maybe you missed before, to understand that maybe it was best for them to pull away. I think recently, or maybe within the last year, you guys have finally come into that perspective. Even though it hurt at the time, and maybe to this day it still hurts, knowing that maybe this distance needs to be created so there's just the peace of mind on both of your ends. But you know there's more to the story. You knew that something didn't make sense, the way they left, the way they ghosted, however it ended. You knew there was something deeper than that. And you're absolutely right. I feel as if they've been single for a very long time. Like I said, they have not found someone with the same compatibility as you. And they compare everyone to you, Virgo, honestly. And because they have that high caliber of finding someone that was just like you, they haven't been able to find that match. So maybe you have noticed that they've been single for some time, or you hear that from people that both of you know this person. But again, if this is your energy, which very well could be with Virgo, you've come to find out a lot of the answers that you didn't need to hear from this person, but maybe this reading is just clarifying for you what you had to kind of come to find out for yourself during that whole time of silence between the two of you. What's reading this? What does Virgo not really see from this situation that Virgo needs to know about? Damn, the cards are flippy for you. 10 of Swords. Wow. Gemini energy. So this was definitely a very hard ending for them. I think some of you, because of the lack of clarity, you always wondered if they even cared, if it even was something that they were hurt by, if it was something that they felt ashamed of. You wondered if they were just going on their merry way. It absolutely hurt them. And they absolutely have felt the hurt from leaving the way they did. If they could have done it differently, they would have. But with this Ten of Swords rooting this, I feel for a lot of you, you've released yourself from this Ten of Swords. That may have stuck with you for some time after whenever this ended between the two of you. But they're still very much in this, Virgo. And I think it's their inability at the time to tell you the truth that they'll always be haunted by. I think it was at the time for them to act the way they did. It's like thought after thought, memory after memory. It's giving them more pain, more hurt to think about. And maybe, again, like when I was seeing truth, I was like, oh, maybe they'll come forward with it. But honestly, with all the cards that have fallen since then, they really may feel like, despite all these memories coming up of you again, or finding pictures of you again, and having all this emotion come out to play that is really making their mind start to go haywire, it's best for them to leave it where it is. And they may know even too, beyond that, the way they left this situation or the way they chose to act and behave when ending this, it would be a very hard thing to kind of get over unless they were 100% ready to be truthful, honest, vulnerable, which still very much scares them. This is going to be such a weird confirmation, but there's someone that loves to blast the AC, and it always would bother someone else because it would get so cold, but they prefer to have the AC on all the time. It's just confirmation of who I'm talking about here. So I want to ask, what happened in the recent past that is making this all come forward now? The Lovers, whoa. Gemini energy again, Taurus energy. So there are 2 6s here. Someone's birthday could be September 6th, September 16th, or August 26th. What I feel happened recently, which is why this is all coming forward, is, okay, either they found a picture of you recently from, I don't know, old phone data or a yearbook picture or a Polaroid they were found when they were cleaning out something. They found a picture of you that brought all these feelings back up again. I feel that's for most of you. But it could be too that they, through their unsuccessful love life or through not being able to find the right person and someone that recently they had to break things off of, they may have realized that they're never going to find someone like you. That was someone that they truly felt at the time. Now, whether you feel the same way or did at the time, I don't know. But before felt like was a soulmate, was someone that they felt bonded and attracted to your mind, body, and soul. That felt that there was a deeper purpose that they wouldn't allow them to have based on fears of their own mind, their own insecurities, that they kept the truth from. So I really do feel like there's something happened that made them reflect on this and made them really realize that they made a choice, they made a decision, and now they have to live with that. But I do think they'll always be yearning for you, Virgo. I really do think they'll always be wishing that they could have done something differently. But it's been so long now, they don't know if that would be a reality. And again, maybe something that they found in the month of June or made them reflect in the month of June. Something happened to them in the month of June that brought all this back to the two of you. Someone could also have red hair or had red hair at the time when you guys knew each other and met. All right. To see the likely outcome of the situation. What is likely to happen and unfold from now to the end of the month? You need to be prepared for, aware of. Are they going to do anything? Is there anything else I can tell you about your love life? So even with hearing all this, you can have a better understanding and have this moment to heal and to evolve out of this, and to do your best to let go of the energy if it's something you don't want a part of. We'll go ahead and take this to Patreon for the extended reading. But before we go, let me give you a little sneak peek of the behind the scenes. King of Pentacles, Taurus energy, very strong Taurus energy. Goodness, if you are dealing with a Taurus or if you have strong Taurus in your chart, I suggest checking out the Taurus reading to see if there's messages for you there. They've grown up, they've matured, they've taken responsibility and accountability on their end. But maybe they view you as the King of Pentacles as well. Someone that has earned their security, has earned their success, is doing very well in life, and doesn't want to disrupt that. Although they'll always be watching you afar and always will be rooting you on and will always be having these feelings for you. They know both of you are, well, at least you, Virgo, are at a better place and a good place, that they don't want to disrupt that. But they do think you look good. They do think that you've made something out of yourself that you should be very proud of. You look successful. What they hear about you is success. And that's something that is another reminder of what they could have had. All right, Virgo. If you really felt this was your reading, I promise there'll be more answers and clarity for you in the extended reading. So if you'd like to join me for the extended reading and get deeper into this whole situation of what they're going to do, not do, what else I can tell you, we're going to go ahead and take this to Patreon for the extended reading. I'll be leaving a link to Patreon in the description box of this video where you can access the extended reading, where I also have on Patreon my pick a card reading that I just did that I loved doing. It was so good. Pick a card of your sexual soulmate. So if you're interested in that pick a card reading, I'll leave that description in, or the link in the description box as well for you guys. But if this is where we depart, thank you so much, Virgo, for joining me, and I really hope that this clarified a lot for you and gave you the answers, guidance, and healing that you're looking for by watching this message. And if it has, please let me know. Drop a comment below, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. I love you, Virgo, very much, and I'll see you next time. Take care, Virgo.